for that. Hey, everybody. Hey, I am Lolita E. Walker. I am so excited to be here. I am coming to you live from Ocean City. So if you are looking at me on either I was going to say FaceTime, either Facebook, Coaching Cocktails and Conversations, LinkedIn, or YouTube, then I want to say, hey, what you see in the background is a hotel room. And I'm just so super pumped. Hey, Breakfast with Champions. Listen, I want to get into this topic right here, you guys. Falling into new beginnings. Are you ready to fall into new beginnings? Oh my goodness. When I really thought about this, I sent out my newsletter and it was this notion of, it's going back to school time. The season is changing. It's getting a little cooler. We're trying to figure out how we're going to get the last bit of sun and all of the things. And then I remember somebody asking me a question and they said, "Do you think that there's a difference between falling and failing?" Oh, so good. Do you think that there's a difference between falling and failing? And while I don't know the whole answer, what I can tell you is that I believe that the answer is hashtag absolutely there's a difference. So today I want to talk to you about falling into new beginnings. I want to talk to you about leaping into fear and recognizing that at the start and at the end, we will fall. We will fall. You have fallen. And so the beauty of it is that you're standing right here. You're standing right here in this moment in time. And as we've been talking already, it's like, you go through these things in life. And then you realize, you pause for a second, you assess, and then you realize, like, guess what? I've fallen for a second, but I'm going to shift a little bit differently. So whether that is eating healthier, whether that is making sure that you're feeding your body and that you recognize how my body is feeling, or to the men, as we were talking earlier, to just tap into the inner them, right? And then dispel every single thing that society has really told you about the expectations of what it is that how you have to show up in the world. And I love that TM was really kind of talking about, listen, as men, we can actually change the narrative and we can show up a little bit differently. Today, I want to talk about falling into new beginnings and how and why it's so important. There's a Facebook user that says, "Hey, love, how are you? How are you too? New beginnings, yay, yay." And then we had another Facebook user says, "Yes, let's fall and get back up." So as I was thinking about falling, of course, I'm gonna leave you guys with some strategies today on this notion of falling. So first, we're gonna start off and recognize that we will fall. We have fallen, yet the beauty of it is that we're standing right here. And so I just want to remind you of a couple of things as we move forward. So whether you're at work, right, whether you are an entrepreneur, whether you're working in a corporate space, whether you're in education, no matter where it is and what it is that you're doing, you too can take these strategies of remembering. I want to challenge you differently. So when I come on, I have this power half an hour and I talk about coaching, cocktails, and conversations. Not only is it the name of my podcast, but it's what I bring to you. So coaching is all about leaving you with a couple nuggets just to challenge your thinking, right? This is what we're doing inside of this space, inside of this place right now. Okay. Challenging your thinking, because when you choose to listen intently, then guess what? You will start to think a little bit differently. It doesn't have to be my way. Okay. It doesn't have to be the Lolita way, but it's really thinking about, I never really thought about it that way. I never really thought about the fact that food is medicine, which is what we were chatting about a little earlier. I never really thought about this notion of falling. And what if when I fall, it's starting over for me? What if I can now, in that fall, start into my new beginnings? And I want to remind you that what if this is your season of newness? What if this is your season to leap differently? This is your season. I want to let you know that. I want to let you know that this is your season to show up differently. And so we're gonna lean into it. Falling into new beginnings, the first strategy and a reminder for everybody is faith and strengths have wings that are going to protect your fall. Your faith and your strengths have wings that are going to protect your fall. And here's the thing is that we got to believe that. We got to believe that. Whether it's a relationship, a new relationship, or the relationship you have with friends, it could be platonic or with your partner. Your faith in your strengths, they have wings that's going to protect your fall. You will get through whatever it is you're challenged with right now. You will get through whatever struggle you have right now. And sometimes here's the thing, you got to believe in that faith and surround yourself with a community who's going to push you, who's going to remind you of what you bring to the table. I am where I am because people decided on my journey to tell me what it is that they saw in me, even when I fell. So it's super special when you do fall that you recognize that my mind already knows that this is a new beginning and I am going to shift. Today, I want to remind you that as you fall into your new beginnings, be okay with that. Why? The first one is to remember that your faith and your strengths have wings that are going to protect this fall. Facebook user says, Lolita E. Walker. Oh, hey, Tarika Simmons, how are you? Hey, Tarika. Sometimes we've got to remind ourselves that I do have strengths that I bring to the table because we go, we go, we go, we go. So, how are you leveraging your strengths today? If you've just gotten here, then I'm talking about how you can fall into your new beginnings. And what if we started with the notion that this is my season? I'm standing up and I'm saying, Lolita, guess what? This is your season to fall. Yes, I'm falling into new beginnings. And the first thing is that my faith and my strengths have wings that are going to protect this fall. When you know where you're going, right? Then you can prepare for it. And I want to remind you all of that. So I want to energize you in this conversation right here to recognize that I will fall. And this time, as I fall, I'm recognizing that it is for new beginnings. So maybe I'm going to intentionally shift from where it is that I am and take the leap because my faith and my strengths have wings that are going to protect my fall. Hey, Kamora, how are you? How are you? How are you? Listen, we're going to keep on going. We're going to keep on going because I want to shake you up just a little bit. And if you're going to use one of these strategies, I'd love for you to use all of them. But guess what? If you pull even just one from what I'm talking about right here, then I've already won. The second strategy, because we're falling into new beginnings, we're recognizing that this is our season. We're taking it into our work, our life, our home. The second strategy I have for you is to remember abstinence from negative nouns will strengthen my sore. I'm going to say that again. Abstinence from negative nouns will strengthen my sore. It becomes an affirmation too. So, what do I mean when I say negative nouns? Well, nouns are people, places, and things. And sometimes we got to recognize that not all of them are positive in our life. So, as we are assessing, as we are falling into our new season, as we are intentionally falling into our new season, I want to remind you that abstinence from these negative nouns will strengthen your sore. How and why? Because sometimes we're carrying the load. Sometimes we're soaring. We're trying to soar so far and so high, but the load is so, so heavy. Release. It's your season to release, right? Absolutely. This is your season to soar. So as you fall into these new beginnings, now I'm not looking at it like my fall is a failure. Now I'm looking at it like, I might want to intentionally do this thing because I'm falling into the new beginnings that are here for me. I'm remembering that faith and strengths have wings that are going to protect my fall. And now I'm remembering that abstinence from these negative nouns is going to strengthen my soar. I'm releasing what's not serving me in my new fall into my new season. Oh, I hope you're sticking with me right here because this is so super great. I love this. Negative nouns can be ideas too. Ooh, so good. Your negative thoughts, the thoughts that come into your brain that honestly, they're not even true. Thank you for that. Yes, thank you for that. Another Facebook user said, God wanted me to hear this message. Look, right on time, right on time. I absolutely love that. So I appreciate the fact that you're going with me on this journey because my goal when I come here and I share with you guys is really to shake you up a little bit. So the coaching part is to leave you with a couple nuggets to challenge your thinking. The cocktails part is not what you're sipping on. It's more about celebrating the greatness of who it is that you are. And in this chat right here, in this message right here, I'm reminding you that you are greatness. So let's use a little bit of that greatness so that we can fall into our new beginnings. This is your season to soar. So, as we're falling into our new beginnings, I talked about how faith and strengths have wings that will protect your fall. That was number one. That was the reminder, number one. And then the reminder, number two, is you're falling into this season. Now I'm excited to fall. I hope all of you all are excited to fall. I want to invite you to let's lock hands and fall together into this season. We have people that are around us that want to help us. We have people that are around us, but it's the power of our ask that we rarely leverage. And so, as you talk about where it is that you're going, people will absolutely jump on board because they want to help you win. You're so pumped and you're moving. They want to help you to get to that next level because you're bringing all of this value because you remember that your faith and strengths have wings that are going to protect your fall. And you remember that abstinence from these negative nouns are going to strengthen your soar. When you remember that, then that increases your confidence, right? Clarity plus confidence equals commitment. Clarity plus confidence equals commitment. So again, you are going to be on this road of falling into your new beginnings. Oh, so good. Next, okay. Next, what I want to leave you guys with is this: linking to a powerful community will elongate your reach. Just talked about community. Linking to a powerful community will elongate your reach. And I don't have to tell you all that because whether it's Clubhouse and Breakfast with Champions that I'm talking through right now, or my Facebook group, or LinkedIn, or YouTube, or your community of folks that are around you, it could be your family, it could be your classmates, it could be your children. When you link yourself to a powerful community, you will elongate your reach. I reach on here to Jackie. Jackie has an entire community. So as I add value to Jackie, then she introduces me or she connects me to the folks that are going to help elongate my reach because why I'm clear on where it is that I want to go, right? Because my faith and my strengths have wings that's going to protect my fall because I've moved all of these negative nouns out of the way because now I'm intentional on linking to a powerful community because tomorrow's not promised to us. So in today, I want to make impact. I want to make connections. And so whether it's your home, whether it's your life, whether it's your work, whether it's your school, then linking to a powerful community is going to elongate your reach. I love this. Yes, a Facebook user said clarity plus confidence equals commitment, hands down. Hands down. Clarity plus confidence equals commitment. I want to pause for the cause. And if there's anybody that wants to pop in as I move forward, then feel free. Okay. Let's keep on going, you guys. I get so excited when I start talking about things like this. I get so super excited. We've already talked about falling into new beginnings. That's what we're talking through right now. We've already started the discussion, right? Falling into new beginnings. I said, what if this is your season? So claim it. Let's just say yes. Let's be affirmative. This is my season to soar. Knowing that, trusting that, believing that, then faith and strengths have wings that are going to protect your fall. That's why we do exercises on here sometimes during these amazing half-hour power sessions, where sometimes we tell people out loud, this is what I see in you. This is a strength that I see in you. It's so important because as we go, sometimes you forget that this is how I'm showing up. Sometimes you forget that this is exactly how I'm showing up. And I just think that that's so super amazing. Make sure you're telling people how it is that they're showing up because this is their season and they might need to recognize that so that they can show up differently, right? Yes. So now I want to talk to you guys about lifting, lifting, lifting others on your journey is going to prompt you to renewed action. Lifting others on your journey is not selfish. It's not taking anything away from you. It's not giving somebody else amazing kudos and you're not going to thrive too. Lifting others on your journey is going to prompt you to a renewed action. Help others. You didn't get here alone. And so you got to remember that I'm going to help another when I get to the next level because I remember being right there. I remember struggling. And why should the next woman have to struggle? Why should the next man have to struggle when I already know? It's about falling into this new season and being intentional on how it is that we're showing up, right? Lifting others on your journey will prompt you to a renewed action. So I want you to ask yourself, if this is my new season, if this is the season where I'm going to soar, if I'm already recognizing that, yes, my faith is the backbone of every single thing that I do, is that I have strengths that are going to fall with me into this new season, that I'm abstaining from any negative nouns, including thinking. Thank you so much, Tarika, for that one right there, because negativity can come in all forms. I talked about these negative nouns, people, places, and things. And Tarika said, well, hold on, wait a minute. Because also to add on to that thing right there, come on, community, right? Adding into the topic is that the thoughts that we have, sometimes they're not true. Like we big ourselves up and have these things in our head, and it really comes from fear. What if you got out of your head and let yourself know that I'm gonna be affirmative in this thing. I'm just gonna show up. Why? Because I'm falling into my new season. I'm gonna say yes to this thing, or I'm gonna start saying no to a couple of other things that's not helping me on my journey. Oh gosh, you guys, listen. I for all of the women business owners, I there's a grant that's out. It made me think about this. There's a grant that you should look up from Pure Leaf, okay? And in the grant application that you submit, it asks you about saying no, right? That women take on the world and we rarely say no. You know, that's my thing. I have a whole series inside of my collection that says own your yes and respect your no. I have t-shirts with it. I have sweatshirts with it. I got journals with it on there. Own your yes, respect your no. And that is what this is all about. So as I was thinking about that, I listen, if there's any women business owners who are listening in, then it's Pure Leaf. You can just Google it. But Pure Leaf has a grant that you can apply for, and it's really surrounding your no. And I just think that that's so super powerful. Linking to a powerful community will elongate your reach. It made me think about community, and why would I hold on to that? Why would I hold on and not tell the people inside of my community to Google Purely, because they're giving out grants. They're giving out grants, which will help you. This is an example of falling into your season and doing it intentionally. Don't hold information. Somebody said to me, Lolita, have you met gatekeepers? People that don't share information because they just want it all for themselves. I meet them all the time, y'all. I meet them all the time. How do we shift that? You just don't be a gatekeeper of all of the information. It's super easy to do. Tell the people how they could thrive. I absolutely love that. Facebook used to say, yes, yes, it's always a great thing to help others get to the next place. God wants to promote you to the next level. Ooh, that was so good. God wants to promote you to the next level. Okay. Oh, someone said, I just wore my shirt yesterday. Own your yes, respect your no. Yes, tell all the people. Own your yes and respect your no. Own your yes, respect your no. I want that to sit in for a minute. Listen, if there's anybody who wants to say anything, I'll keep on talking. So pop in where you fit in so we can lean in on a conversation. The question is, are you ready to fall into your new season? Are you ready to fall into your new beginnings? Today, I'm talking to you about falling into what is new beginnings. We started off by saying, guess what? We are going to be affirmative and say, this is my season, period. This is my season. I'm starting today. I'm leaping into the unknown because I recognize that there's more for me than where it is that I'm standing right now. I recognize that my impact is huge. I recognize that my faith and my strengths have wings to protect my fall. I recognize that I need to lean more into what my strengths are. What does that mean? You got to first know what they are. You got to first know what they are. I joke all the time about, if in fact I asked you what your top 3 strengths are, would you know them? And it's okay. People say yes, but as you ask them to articulate it, they aren't able to articulate it. And so some soul work for you today is, if you don't know what your strengths are, I challenge you to write them down. Write down your top 3 strengths and then how you demonstrated it. Because then that becomes your affirmation. It becomes the affirmation of, I showed up in this strength, so I know I possess it. And how am I going to use it in whatever situation I'm in right now? We're falling into our new beginnings. We're shifting with the season. We're intentionally falling this time. It's not a failure, and failure isn't always bad. I want you to intentionally fall into your new season. And with that, it's reminders of this fall, right? When you think of fall, I want you to think of faith and strength have wings to protect that fall. I want you to think about the notion of abstinence, abstaining, removing, avoiding negative nouns, these people, these places, these things on your journey, these thoughts. Thanks, Tarika, for that on your journey. Because why? My soar needs to be strengthened. I need to be able to go higher. I need to be able to go further. I need to be able to go farther. Why? Because it's my season. I hope you're linking it. I hope you are believing, knowing, and trusting that wherever it is that you are right now, whatever idea you had that's been sitting inside of your belly for movement, for execution, do it. Today, abstaining from negative nouns is going to strengthen your soul. We talked about removing the weight that's heavy on you right now. Let me think of one. I love to give you guys examples. Let me think of one. So you all know, so I'm in school. Yep, I'm in school. And I recently just got access. Now, school starts on Monday for me. And I just got access to my course that I also teach, my course for my students. And I hadn't built it out yet. And I have less than a week. And I have so many other things going on. But I will. So, right, I have to make sense that now I'm discerning every single thing that I have around me, removing negative nouns, removing what it is I'm thinking inside of my head and saying, oh, I got this thing. I got this thing. My son starts school the next week on that Monday. He's going to middle school. And so there's a whole thing right there. I'm shifting residences. Yay. So excited about that. That's a whole new thing. I'm publishing another book, you guys. That's a whole nother thing. There's so much going on, and we have all of these titles, all of these things that we're doing. But when we intentionally say, I got this thing, I'm showing up and I'm soaring. I'm moving because clarity plus confidence equals commitment. And I want you all to know that. I want you to fall intentionally into this season. And you can fall with me. I'll fall with you. We'll lock hands. If you're not already coming to my Women's Weekend Renewal Retreat, you need to get on it, get on it, get on it. It's September the 14th through the 17th. If you're on Clubhouse, you can click the link. If you are watching me on any of these other platforms, then you can go to lolitawalker.com. It's right on the first page. And I will shout out, yes, a promo code. You can, when you check out, you can enter the promo code Change Agents. ChangeAgents. Put the S on it. Make sure you do. I would love to actually host you. It's a 4-day all-inclusive retreat. It's amazing, you guys. And I wasn't even going to announce this today, but I absolutely will, is that it pained me to do this. I had to think about it. I'm falling into my new beginnings. And I have to remember everything that is on me and everything I want to do. And so this will be the last retreat until I'm Dr. Walker. This is the 11th retreat, you guys. Oh my gosh, I can't believe it's 11. And so much transformation happens here. Why? Because I remind you, I push into you, my experts push into you that we're falling into your new beginnings right here and right now. I remind you about your strengths. When you leave, you're so powered up, but you have more than just the power. You have the plan. Like literally, you have the plan, you have accountability, and we push because your greatness where you stand. So these 4 days, I'm giving it all to you. I'm going super hard in the paint because this is the last until I'm Dr. Walker. I had some tears come out when I decided that. Facebook user said, I love encouraging people, love to lift others up, love it. Learning and being a student, love working, trying to find my passion so I can work on things I love. I love gratitude and being thankful for things that I already have. Thank you so much for that. And then someone else said, oh, the promo code for the retreat. I know that's right. Promo code for the retreat. It's Change Agents with an S though, and there's no spaces. ChangeAgents. Make sure you put it there. And Stacy, hey Stacy. Stacy said, this is Stacy. I love the retreat and you will too. Stacy came last year to the retreat and I'm so excited to have you guys. Victoria said, yes, this is my season. I love it. Hey, Tosh Queen. She said, clarity plus confidence equals commitment. Absolutely, and hands down. And when you remember that, then you walk, talk, and you behave differently. Absolutely. Dr. Jeannie, oh, hey, 11th retreat, last pre-doctoral retreat. It is. It is. And I had to remember falling into new beginnings. It's okay. And so this fall is a momentary interruption that is going to help me to soar. When I did my TEDx talk, I talked about these momentary interruptions in your life and what you're going to choose to do with them. And in that instance, I talked about these three terrains of change. And I talked about embrace, acting, and thriving. And when you think about that bridge, embrace, act, and thrive, when you think about that, then I want you to think about I am falling intentionally because it is my season to thrive. And there's going to be some choices that you have to make in that season. And one of the choices for me, I love being vulnerable here because I want you to know that I take the same input that I gift to each one of you all every single week. One of the choices that I made in my intentional fall was that this 11th retreat is a pause until I'm Dr. Walker because I got a lot going on. And I've got to make sure that in this new season, in this new beginning, I'm showing up intentionally. All right, you guys, my time is almost up. I can't believe it. I get all the way into this, and I pray that you were able to take something today from falling into new beginnings. This will be on my podcast, Coaching Cocktails and Conversations, in a couple of weeks. So, as a reminder to you, it will be pushed out because sometimes we hear it for the first time and we say, that's good. That's good. But then we get the reminder again, and I'll be there to remind you. Somebody said, some say that the number 11 signifies new beginnings. It does. It does. Look at that. We're leaning into it intentionally. And I so appreciate each and every one of you all for showing up with me and for me at all of the times. Okay. This fall is intentional. Your fall is intentional. So, how are you going to intentionally fall? I hope you'll lock hands with me September 14th through the 17th so I can push you and push you. This one is a different type of one. And I'm so excited. I'm so excited, so excited, so excited about it. So I want to say thank you guys for always showing up. You can grab me at lolitawalker.com. All of my contact information is there. Instagram is Hey Coach Walker. So go ahead and tap into me. I would love, love, love to take you on as a coaching client, but really is all about this retreat because I'm so excited about how we are going to fall into our new season together and intentionally falling is the goal for today. Okay. All right, you guys, I'll chat